Surly Straggler. Surly Straggler. So here's my Surly Straggler. 2020. Salmon Candy Red is the color. It's got a nice little sparkle to it. Yeah, it's got like some gold flakes or something in it. It's a size 56. I got some Wtb Riddler 45s on there, 745s. So, they fit. They fit. I ride in the mud, dirt, sand, gravel, rocks, the whole kit and caboodle. Got this Brooks saddle on here. I think it's a B17. It's comfortable. And I'm 260, and I've been up to 300 riding this same bike and back down to where I am now, 260. And the bike is comfortable. The bike's just a great bike. Yeah, I like the tires. I think I just like the way they look. But overall, I'm happy with the bike. The handlebars, P&W Coast bars. They're 520 millimeters wide. They're a little wider at the drops. Can't see me, but my shoulders are wide, so these work out perfect for me. I'm pretty sure they probably slow me down, but at 260, I'm not going to be going that fast anyway. And yeah. The handlebars are great. Got a black fork on here because I cut the steer too short, and the drop is too low. With this one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 spaces in there. The Straggler, yeah, I got 6 spaces. Without getting into all the technical blah blah blahness. The other one I cut, I can only put 4 underneath, and those 2 made a big difference. This is right here. It's comfortable. I can ride in the drops if I want to get low. I'm more of a I like to, slow down, smell the roses, look around and see things while I'm cycling. I'm not racing, so I'm never really hammering it, hour after hour, minute after minute, blah blah blah. So I got these SPD pedals on there. They're flat on one side and clip in on the other side. I'm happy with these, because I can ride clipped in or flat, and I'm mostly riding flat now. I got this wide foot leader cage. It holds big Nalgene bottles and 36-ounce Yeti Ramblers. And I got the regular bottle cage on there, so I got options. I like to have something cold to drink, and regular bottles don't keep stuff cold long enough. I throw some ice in there and water, and I can ride around all day, forget about it, and it's still cold later. And I got this Surly 24-pack rack. I'm enjoying the rack. Got the porter bag, the Surly porter bag. That comes in handy. You can put a big cooler inside of that bag. You can also put a case of beer or a case of whatever else you want to put inside there, and it just fits. And it just fits. So that comes in handy. I mostly commute on the bike, 10 miles here, 10 miles there. Sometimes I'll park and ride. Every now and then I'll do 22 miles from my job to my house, so I'll do that occasionally whenever I can get dropped off in the morning. Yeah, so anyway, I upgraded the brakes. The brakes that came on here were mechanical discs, and I ended up getting hydraulic discs. The mechanical discs just couldn't, they weren't stopping me. It might work for somebody lighter, somebody doesn't weigh over 200 pounds. So, like any big people, any heavy people, anybody that's heavy, carrying a heavy backpack, this bike's perfect, and it's an absolute joy to ride. It's a fun bike to ride. It's fun to commute on. It's fun to just get out and just go for a ride. Just make up a reason just to go ride. It's one of those kind of bikes. You can do a lot with it. You can do a lot with it. You can drop the bars and race. I guess you can put some lightweight components on here, and you got a lot of options. I rode some carbon bikes and aluminum bikes, and something about this steel. I know this isn't the best steel bike, on the market, but the steel is just a way better ride to me than aluminum and carbon. Now, maybe I was riding some B-list carbon, but I wasn't happy with the way carbon rode, so this is good for me. As far as the components on here, Surly does a good job marketing, making it seem as though everything is bulletproof, won't break, you can beat on it, it's steel, and I'm going to say so far I have not been disappointed. One of the managers at a Trek store actually recommended Surly to me. I didn't know anything about Surly except for I've heard the name long haul trucker. I'm not doing that kind of riding, so that was just one of those bikes you hear about. Oh yeah, those people ride those bikes, blah 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 blah. And I didn't think I was going to be interested in riding this after having a Cannondale CAD 12, but on the Cannondale I kept going through bottom brackets and rear hubs and spokes. I was just beating the bike. I'm too big for the bike. I don't know about too powerful, but I was too big for a Cannondale. But this right here, I don't want to say a godsend, but for people who like to ride, this is just an absolute joy to ride. And just for me, just being a big dude, I beat on it, and it hasn't whimpered at all. I'm jumping off sidewalks, I'm riding through some bad neighborhoods with potholes, and I'm not ducking them. I'm not taking hardcore mountain bike trails, but I'll go on the single track gravel roads and all that kind of stuff, and it's just a great bike to ride, and it's comfortable, but it handles pretty good. It handles good enough. It doesn't handle like a Cannondale CAD 12 or CAD 13 or any of that stuff, but it handles good enough for what I got to throw at it. I'm not going to be averaging 30 miles an hour on it. I'm fine with 20, 18, 16, 14. That's good enough for me. Matter of fact, I'm happy with 10 miles an hour. Let's just be honest. I mostly just enjoy cycling. Every now and then I'll try to keep up with the fast roadies. The group rides, I can hang with the B groups, definitely with the C groups. The B groups is that's a test. I don't know about 40, 50 miles, but 30 miles, 20 miles, I can hang with the B group. Other than that, I'm not going to be riding with the A groups. I'm pretty sure stronger riders could, but yeah, that's it. This bag is wonderful. I'm not really worried about aerodynamics. The rack is wonderful too. I can take the bag off and actually just put other stuff on the rack and bungee it down, I guess. But I keep the bag on there. I mean, I don't know if it's slowing me down or not, but I don't care, so it doesn't matter. I think that's it. The hydraulic brakes were definitely a worthwhile upgrade. I was actually thinking about getting the Surly Midnight Special, but every time I get on this, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if there's an upgrade from this. I'm pretty sure there is, but in my mind when I'm riding it, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. This is a good machine right here. It's not too big, not too small. Wheelbase is, good enough for me. And not only that, I kind of like looking at it too. But when I'm riding it, I'm like, oh no, this is just nice. It's comfortable. That whole steel is real thing. Steel is real. It gives you a great ride. It's durable, and I couldn't have asked for a better bike. And, I've been riding for 20 some years, mostly Treks when they were made in the USA, was right in Wisconsin. Then I noticed when I got some newer ones, I was having problems with them. And then I found out, they weren't made in Wisconsin anymore, and I guess that seemed to be the common denominator. The stuff that I bought that was Trek new stuff just wasn't that good. And I'm glad that the guy at the Trek dealership, the manager, told me to check out Surly. No more. I haven't had any issues with the front rack. Garrison Cycler, the guy who owns it, Rob, he put this on, and every now and then I'll check the bolts. you know, give them a visual inspection. But I haven't had any issues with that. I got a couple of lights on here. But I've just been enjoying it. I don't have any. I don't have any. I'm not gonna say I have anything negative to say. These dropouts on the back, you get a flat. I got a flat when it was dark, and it wasn't a nightmare, but it was nighttime, so it was kind of like a nightmare. And having to figure out which one to move, like if you don't know, you don't know. But it was the first time getting a flat. It was dark, and I was like, you know, in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. And these dropouts they're a job. They're definitely a job. Whatever they're good for, they're good for. Good for that. I'll be happy with the same bike without the dropouts, or with through axle. Yeah. If I could have through axle on the back, that'd be great. I don't know. I don't really know that I would get anything. I don't know what I would change. One day I might change the crank just for looks. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. The stuff that's on here, it works, and I can abuse it, and it's fine with me. And I haven't had any problems with it. I'm not. People ask me what to get. A lot of us got older and started gaining weight and buying cheap bikes and start breaking stuff on them. And I've been telling them, look, get a Surly. It might not even matter which one to get. Just get a Surly, and you'll be happy. And then you'll get another one. You know, whether they're the best bikes for who, I don't know. But it's the best bike for me. That I do know. And any big fellas out there, any Clydesdale, super Clydes, or anybody like that just wants to get out and ride a bike, that would like to just jump on, low maintenance, ride without having to worry about anything break, I ride with Surly.